Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back to another Legion premiere. And today we have the Rhino V2 in 154 cm steel. And this is what I am carrying today with me, and I wanted to do a review of it. Been carrying it with me since I got it. And it's a pretty nice little knife. I like the steel way better. Hopefully the heat treat on this is pretty good, but let me know what you are all carrying in your pockets today. As you can see, I am carrying that Rhino, and also I've got for a fixed blade, my Lynx Gear Bushcrafter, which is an awesome knife. Make sure you go check out the review of this, because it is worth it. All right, cool. Let me know in the chat and in the comment section what you are all carrying. Now let's go over real quick the specs of the Rhino V2. Once again, it's the off-grid Rhino V2, standing for 154 cm steel version, second version. Overall length is 8.5 inch. Blade length is 3.5 inch. Blade material is 154 cm steel in a clip point plain edge configuration. Blade hardness is 61 HRC. Blade width 1.5 inch. Blade thickness is 3.5 millimeters. Blade color is black. Blade finish is a black wash DLC. Blade lock is a liner. Handle length is 4.55 inches. Handle color is black, and the handle scales are G10. Okay, good. Now that I've got that out of the way, we could check out this pretty cool folder, man. So let's take a quick look. All right, there's the clip point blade. Now I have been using it. I have been enjoying using it, cutting up food, and just came out here outdoors for the past couple of days. Actually, I started up a beautiful fire yesterday. The wood pile was getting big from all the previous testing, so I decided, let me make a fire. It was nice and quiet. There was nobody around. Minimal foot traffic. Maybe one or two people walked. It is a public park, so they walk their dogs and stuff. But other than that, man, I had 4 hours to myself, and I started up a really wicked fire. And the next review I do on a fixed blade or folder, I'm going to be cutting up some wood to replenish and restock the secondary outpost for the next light up. But yeah, here we go. There it is. Beautiful big clip point blade. But I got to tell you, off-grid knives, it looks like it's missing something, and it feels like it's missing something, and that's thumb studs. I mean, it looks like you were thinking about putting some thumb studs here. You've got the nice cutout for the groove. You've got plenty of space over there for the thumb stud. I don't know, man. I would have appreciated a thumb stud along with these, with the flipper. However, the way it stands, it works pretty good. All right. It does have a nice sharpening choil, the guard, and the flipper. It is a, I guess, because of the blade shape, high saber. So it is flat ground, as you could see. You can see that. Liner lock, and it is engaged 100%, and it looks like it's doesn't look like it's skeletonized. It looks like it's a decent stainless steel liner in here. Hopefully you could see it as I'm moving it around. And the lighting is kind of weird today with the sun angle, etc., and the trees blowing. It is pretty windy, but it's a solid liner lock, except for looks like there are some holes on this side, but on this side where the actual liner lock is, it looks solid. Still, it feels pretty sturdy. G10 scales, right? And they're done really nice. Check it out. Nicely textured, nicely contoured, and I guess the signature hefty handles of off-grid, Looks like they're doing it to this folder too. Now, I did an awesome trade with Isaac of Isaac Knives and Knowledge, so I just want to thank him for this excellent trade. And it's a pretty nice folder, man. You could see that liner is somewhat contoured over here. It's got a nice, I'm assuming that's a G10 spacer. And pocket clip that is ambidextrous, which is good. A lot of companies don't do that. This company seems to have done it with this particular model. So if you have, if you carry left hand, you could unscrew this, switch this around, and carry it in your left pocket. So very, very nice. It is nice and thick. It's heavy duty. It's got a little bit of jimping right here. I like the clip point. It's very aggressive, as you can see. And like I said, I've been testing it out. It is very, very sharp out of the box. I will show you in a second or two. But very nice folder. And I'm glad that I did the trade with Isaac. 154 cm steel. And I'm hoping that, it's going to do way better than some of their other knives from Off-Grid. However, I know that there's a lot of fans of Off-Grid. And I'm kind of liking this one, man. One of the very few folders that they have that I like. So it's got a pretty nice profile. Let me just hold it for you. Okay. The grip feels good, even in the reverse. Maybe this might bother some of you over here in this area. Okay, but I guess if you're cutting up game, you can put your thumb right here in this little groove and get a good purchase on the blade. Let's do the reverse grip right here. Reverse grip feels pretty good. And again, if you got a cut, it feels good. Again, this is kind of protruding just a bit. Maybe if it was a little bit less. However, I guess that, once again, that's the signature of Off-Grid with these thick handles. Let me do it the opposite way too. This doesn't feel so bad either, if you got to cut this way. So I think all in all, the handle is going to work very well. A good secondary backup blade for you to have out in the field. Seems pretty rugged and tough. And, and I'm going to test it out. It has ball bearing flipper. Let's do the flip. The detent seems to be okay. Smooth opening for such a big folder, so they did that right. I guess the ball bearing the ball bearing pivot area is pretty good. Yeah, man, it just, you can close it all with one hand, open it with one hand. But again, I would have liked to have had a thumb stud. It just looks like they were going to do it there. They were going to put some kind of a thumb stud. I kind of, want to open it up with my thumb. I want that option. So maybe they should make a Rhino V3 and put some thumb studs here. All in all, I think it is a pretty fine folder. And I'm glad I made that trade. So now let's just test out the sharpness over here. Okay. So this did come very sharp out in the box. I want to see if I can make some really thin curls. Yeah. So this came really sharp out of the box, man. Look at that. Very nice. Just gliding right on top of the wood, man. Woo! Let's do a little feather stick. Just a couple of strands. Oh. There we go. Look at that. Look how nice and thin. The spine is really rounded off. I doubt I would get any kind of a spark. It's not even removing any kind of nail material over here, unfortunately. But now that you got to make other arrangements to, if you have a ferro rod out in the field, you definitely want something to scrape that ferro rod. Or, as I always say, if you have any, some talent, and you're willing to modify your knife, and I'm not sure how they're going to handle that for warranty situation, but if you don't care about the warranty, you can use a work sharp fuel sharpener to sharpen that up a bit, or again, if you have a belt grinder or belt sander, just put it on the belt sander, go back and forth a couple times so you can get that nice and sharp, and you'll get that 90-degree edge. Let me just move all this stuff out of the way. As you can see, it did a really nice job over here. So just so that you all know that you're going to get a very, very sharp knife out of the box. You know, it's kind of like buy and go. Go buy it and then go out into the field and use it. The Rhino box is pretty nice for you collectors and, you know, after use that you want to put it away. Very colorful, adequate, you know, same old standard of website pictures, off-grid logo, model, etc. This is one of those magnet boxes, and here's the magnets right here. And pretty plain and simple. I think there was some paperwork and stuff like that. I just didn't bring it with me. But this is nice. It's got a little cutout. The knife goes in there. You've got yourself a nice little setup right over here. You close it up. You store it, okay, for the collector. But I've been carrying this for the past couple of days, and that's the way I'm going to keep it, you know. And I do appreciate a box. I have to tell you. At first, I was throwing them out, but now I've been starting to keep them just for storage sake, you know. But and there you have it, troops, man. I hope you enjoyed this. There's really not much more that I could think of or say about this knife. You know, next thing I want to do is just test this out for everybody, show everybody what it's capable of. Just want to shout out Isaac's Knives and Knowledge and thank him for the awesome trade. I think this is one of their best folders at Off Grid, and hopefully it's a tough one. All right, troops, Legionnaires, new recruits, thanks for being here with me, and I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to you know, like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me bring awareness to everybody. Hashtag 22 a day. Hashtag 22 a day. No more there are veterans in active military. Once they get out of the service, they do face a lot of challenges. And unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So at the end of this video, take some time to go check out the comment section and the description section. I'm going to leave phone numbers that you can call, websites that you can browse. And if you know somebody, you know, give them this information, give her this information. Go talk to their families. And there's also a heartfelt message from Martin Miller, a Vietnam veteran, one of your own. Please read his message. It's in the comment section, the description section. And seek the help you all have earned and deserve. Troops, Legionnaires, new recruits, as always, I just want to say thank you very much all for your time. At the ready, troops. Hold the line. Take care.